Under the Open Government Partnership Co-Wash projects, Friends of the Nation's mandate was to strengthen the capacity of the multi-stakeholder forum on social accountability, advocacy, and lobbying tools for improved wash governance, as well as facilitate stakeholder engagement that will facilitate better outcomes for water sanitation and hygiene in secondary target metropolis, and also facilitate the process of drafting a resolution to institutionalize the multi-stakeholder forum.
Friends of the Nation is going to help us to have a dialogue and plan. It is important that both civil society and also government participate in the Open Government Partnership. That is why at the global level, every country or every subnational government that has subscribed to OGP needs to have a multi-stakeholder forum.
This mandate within the Co-Wash project was very important in terms of building a cadre of civil society, government, and also private sector actors within the multi-stakeholder forum to gather their inputs for developing better outcomes under water sanitation and hygiene.
In secondary target, public toilets are not well managed, and you wouldn't want to go there.
To have better toilet facilities, then water should be flowing in. For instance, Takrade, water doesn't flow for 1 month. Water will not flow. If it's flowing in, then it flows at midnight.
If we are to treat the water that is flowing through the river, we need a number of chemicals to treat it. That is money driven.
With this presentation, we've learned a lot of areas where we can also make input. That is why the title of this program is co-creation, because it is not only STMA that is creating and bringing it to you, but we are all creating it together. So it makes the theme more appropriate. So on this note, I'll thank you all. Till we meet again.
From the government sector, we engage the Metropolitan Assembly, the Ghana Water Company, the Community Water Sanitation Agency, and also engage waste management companies. With civil society, we engage the Western Region Development Network of NGOs and also NGOs within the wash sector. Then we also engage private sector entities. We engage persons with disability and also assembly members from the selected communities within the WASH project.
I think the project is good. For water or WASH, water, sanitation, hygiene is closely related. You can't do one without the other. So the moment you talk of sanitation, you need to think about water. So it's good you have brought the stakeholders together.
In our communities, we don't have disability washrooms. We all use one washroom. So if I'm a person with disability and I'm going to access a washroom with an able person, you see the difficulties that I will have. So if the WASH project is coming to address this sanitation problem, I think it's a very good project for us.
Sanitization means sanity in so many things. I believe that it will go a long way to curb down some vices and also chronic diseases.
We did about 5 stakeholder engagements, including an inception meeting with the stakeholders to bring all the stakeholders together to update them and brief them about the Co-Wash project. Then we also did engagement with the development subcommittee in terms of soliciting the ideas and also soliciting their support for the drafting of the resolution for the institutionalization of the multi-stakeholder forum, a 2-day capacity building for the multi-stakeholder forum, a meeting with the executive committee of the assembly. Then we also participated in the General Assembly meeting where the resolution for the adoption of the multi-stakeholder forum was presented, and gladly the Assembly accepted it and said it has adopted the multi-stakeholder forum as a permanent feature within the open government partnership architecture within the metropolis.
As an Assembly, we are supposed to adopt the multi-stakeholder forum, which we have made recommendations, and I want to read. The committee recommends that the Assembly adopts and institutionalize the Open Governance Multi-Stakeholder Forum to be part of the Assembly's structures for engagement and dissemination of information. So I want to move especially on this issue. Thank you.
Please second that.
Yes, I, Honorable Gilbert Free, do second the motion.
So then this motion is passed.
Today marks a very significant day in the journey of the Open Government Partnership Local Program in Sekondi Takoradi. Since 2016, that we became a member of the Open Government Partnership. The multi-stakeholder forum has been in existence but not institutionalized by the Assembly.
Being a co-chair, I believe institutionalization and the guidelines also guiding will let us know that yes, the metropolis is using the commitment of OGP MSF.
You realize that it has been around for some time now, but they've not been engaged properly by the Assembly when it comes to the action plans and the development activities of the Assembly. This time around, the action plans and other things, they will have access to them to assess and also come on board to shape the destiny of this Assembly.
Politicians are very fickle. They can change at any time. So it's important that a proper resolution is put in place and adopted so that we can have some continuum. We don't have people coming to say that I do not believe in this, that the party before me started. So once the resolution is in place, then it doesn't matter who is the chief executive of STMA, doesn't matter who the assembly members are, they'll be in a way bound to follow what has been started.
It will add a lot of color in terms of discussion. It will serve as an oversight for the Assembly. Things that we, the honorable members, will not even think about it, they might bring it on board to enrich the governance system of the Assembly.
If you look at the Open Government Partnership Architecture, the multi-stakeholder forum is a very critical instrument, and that it forms the fulcrum of one, co-creating the action plan and also monitoring and evaluating the impacts of the action plan. So getting the MSF as a permanent feature of the Assembly's governance structure is critical for the sustenance of the Open Government Partnership within the metropolis. And we believe that once it is a permanent feature, then it also gives it the necessary tool to be able to dialogue and facilitate and also engage the stakeholders so that all the commitments that the Assembly generates through its local action plan will be implemented and also enhance better outcomes for improved governance within the metropolis.
It's a plus, and it will help the Assembly even when it comes to revenue generation, when it comes to partnering the private sector to develop the metropolis. And the civil society will be an eye to ensure that what the Assembly has put in place will be implemented.
So for example, for the 2025 annual action plan, we want to work with the Metropolitan Assembly to feature as part of its activities meetings for the MSF and also continuous capacity enhancement for the MSF. We will also be providing the technical support for the MSF to be much stronger, to be able to influence decisions that borders on WASH and also other social interventions within the Sekondi Takoradi metropolis.